Hola estudiantes, ¿cómo están? Soy señorita Mazo y voy a explicarles, hacer una lección sobre el subjuntivo. Lo primero que tenemos que pensar es que el subjuntivo es lógico, entonces no debemos tener miedo del subjuntivo, no nos puede intimidar. Yeah, I know we said it's a complex topic, but one thing is that we cannot be intimidated by it because once I go through this presentation and also the Junos, hopefully you will understand that it's quite logic actually. Okay, so we're gonna walk through this and hopefully you understand. And then after you're done with this, we are going to do a Junopod. Okay, so la pregunta es, ¿crees que puedes aprender a usar el subjuntivo de memoria? You think you can learn it by memory with all the different expressions? O instead, prefieres entenderlo? You'd rather understand it, right? I think it's a little better if we try to understand when and why we use subjunctive versus indicative. So, ¿por qué el español tiene formas del verbo llamado subjuntivo? ¿Por qué? What's the rationale? Why one more thing? What's the point of it? Right? Is basically it's not to bother students. That was option A. It's not because teachers just want to teach one more thing. That was option B. It's actually opción C, para entender y expresar mejor lo que queremos decir. Sí, usamos el indicativo o subjuntivo para presentar el mismo hecho de dos modos diferentes. We learn on Junopod that there is two universes now, the universe of facts and the universe of like when the speaker thinks or knows what he's talking about, right? Or the universe of uncertainty or influence, doubt, or emotion. That's the subjunctive. So there is two different ways to express what we want to express. ¿Qué significa el indicativo? Why do we use indicative? Why you been using indicative all this time? You've been using the present indicative, the future indicative, conditional indicative, present perfect, imperfect, pretérito. Why? Why we were doing that? Why we were using the indicative? Okay, because until now you've been doing declarations, declaraciones. ¿Qué es una declaración? Una declaración es lo que haces cuando quieres decir que sabes algo o piensas algo. ¿Sabes algo? You know something. Piensas algo? You think something. So until now, that's what you were expressing. You were expressing things that you know or you knew or you will know, or things that you think, right? That you know. So that is what we learn until now with the indicative. Now, ¿qué significa el subjuntivo instead? El subjuntivo. So we use the subjunctive when don't want to make a declaration. No queremos hacer una declaración. El subjuntivo solo no significa nada. So, as you could say, if I say just Javi, in the prior example, if I say Javi tiene novia, I'm making a declaration, a fact. I'm saying Javi has a girlfriend. Instead, here, Javi tenga novia, this on its own has no sense whatsoever. That's why we talk about the independent clauses and the dependent clauses, because the subjunctive, the dependent clause on its own has no meaning. So that's why the subjunctive always is going to depend, is going to need, in order to make sense, is going to need a prior clause, the independent clause. Solo usamos el subjuntivo después de una matriz que introduce una idea. Matriz is the same concept of clause that we learned. Matriz, cláusula, clause is the same thing. So we just said that the subjunctive clause on its own has no sense, no meaning. So we need of the independent clause. Examples of independent clauses here is quiero que, no creo que, es posible que. which communicate very different things, right? And they change the reality after. Si quiero que Javi tenga novia, that means I want Javi to have a girlfriend. No creo que Javi tenga novia. I don't think Javi has a girlfriend. That's a total different message and reality. Es posible que Javi tenga novia. It's possible that Javi has a girlfriend. I don't know, but it's possible. So, different realities communicated by the independent clause. Okay. También usamos el indicativo after a clause. Also, we use the indicative after a clause, but it's a different reality. It's the speaker in this case has certainty. So the independent clause, it doesn't change the reality of the dependent clause. If I say, supongo que Javi tiene novia, versus ya sé que Javi tiene novia, or Ana dice que Javi tiene novia, in all three scenarios, we think or we're sure that actually Javi has a girlfriend. That doesn't change that reality. So in all three, we think or we know that Javi has a girlfriend. So, ¿qué es lo que cambia? What changes in those universes, right, that we talk about? If I say things like that, right? Supongo que, ya sé que, Ana dice que, es porque quiero declarar algo. I'm declaring, I'm making a declaration. That's why the verb in there is in indicative. I'm making a declaration, okay? If I use instead the left column in these lines, if I say things like that, I'm not making a declaration. I'm not declaring the reality that follows. That's not a truthful reality. So I'm just saying something about that, but I'm not declaring it. Okay. Una pequeña prueba de interpretación, a little test of interpretation. If I say, si digo, Margarita está en una fiesta y oye solo una parte de algo que dicen sobre ella. ¿Sí? Margarita is in a party and she only hears a little part of what people are talking about her. She only hears something. So, let's see what she hears and what her reaction would be. If she hears Margarita es tonta, okay, versus she only hears Margarita sea tonta, okay, she's scenario number one, she hears Margarita es tonta. Scenario number two, she hears Margarita sea tonta. Which one of these two scenarios, en cuál de los dos casos tiene Margarita realmente derecho a enfadarse? In which scenario you think she has more right to get angry? Because what she hears, right? And for that, you have to think, what may people have said before? ¿Qué pueden haber dicho antes for her to get angry or not? Right? Scenario number one. Está claro que Margarita es tonta. Es verdad que Margarita es tonta. Yo creo que Margarita es tonta. Él dice que Margarita es tonta. Right. So, versus scenario number two, no es cierto que Margarita sea tonta, es mentira que Margarita sea tonta, es posible que Margarita sea tonta, me gusta que Margarita sea tonta. So, what's the golden rule, regla de oro? En español, cuando alguien dice que Margarita es tonta, eso significa que alguien dice que Margarita es tonta. We're making a declaration. We think. yes, that Margarita is dumb. So, is she gonna get angry in that situation, right? So, she will get angrier in that situation than scenario number 2, right? Si piensas un poco en lo que quieres decir, puedes decidir entre indicativo y subjuntivo por ti mismo, right? If you think about what you want to say, you can make that decision. You yourself can make that decision. I'm going to use indicative or subjunctive. So, once again, utilizamos indicativo cuando queremos decir que este es lo que sabemos o pensamos. Do we know or we think, right? In our mind, that's happening, that Javi has a girlfriend, right? Utilizamos subjuntivo cuando no queremos decir que esto es lo que sabemos o pensamos. Solo queremos decir algo sobre eso. We don't want to make a declaration. We don't know for a fact. We just want to say something about it. We want to express opinion, doubt, influence, emotion about it. I don't know if Javi has a girlfriend, but I'm going to express I doubt that she has it. I would like that she has it. I imagine that she has it. I don't know. Different things that we can say about it. So, declaration versus non-declaration. Something that gets repeated. Hopefully, it gets clear. So, probamos a pensar. Let's try to think. ¿Qué quieres decir si empiezas tu frase así? Now, I let you do it, right? If I say, ya sé, am I going to say, ya sé que Javi tiene novia o ya sé que Javi tenga novia? Which one of the two, right? Okay, hope you picked correctly. Okay, that's ya sé means I know. So I'm declaring that I know that he has a girlfriend, correct? So, más. Sorry, next one. Sorry about that. If I say no creo, which one do you think it is? No creo que Javi tiene novia o no creo que Javi tenga novia, right? Think about it. And the answer is, I'm not declaring, I'm just thinking something about it. I don't think, so I don't have certainty of it. Then I cannot use the indicative. Siguiente. Yo pienso que Javi tiene novia. Yo pienso que Javi tenga novia. All right. The answer is that, because I'm making a declaration. I have some certainty. Even I think about it. It's an opinion, but in my mind, that is what is happening. Yeah. What about es imposible? Es imposible que Javi tiene novia. Es imposible que Javi tenga novia. What do you think? And the answer is subjunctive, because it's impossible. I have no certainty, almost I'm like have no certainty whatsoever. It's almost the contrary, right? So, subjunctive mood. What about if I say es posible que Javi tiene novia o es posible que Javi tenga novia? Es posible. That's an impersonal expression. We don't have subject in there. And the answer is, I don't have certainty of it. I don't have certainty. When I say es posible, I'm not making a declaration, right? Más. La gente dice que Javi tiene novia o la gente dice que Javi tenga novia. La gente dice. So, what do you think? And the answer is